Today, I'm going to talk about some new construction homes north of Seattle, and I'm going to talk about one very specific area here that I've had a number of clients look in. Now, this is located in Marysville, Washington. If you're not familiar, Marysville is north quite a bit of ways of Seattle, and it's on that edge of people that might commute a day or 2 or 3 days a week down to Seattle. Pretty tough for those that might be commuting 5 days a week. But for people that are looking for new construction options at a more affordable price point, there is some great options here in Marysville. Now, Marysville is a large city. There's a lot of new construction communities spread all the way throughout the city of Marysville. However, on this video, I'm going to talk about one very small specific section of Marysville on the southeast side that has a few different communities in it. The reason for that is there's one specific reason that's making people flock to these communities. More on that in just a minute. But this area of Marysville is called Soper Hill. Now, here in Soper Hill, we have 4 different communities and we have 3 different builders. We have Century Communities, we have Mainview Homes, and we have KB Homes. As always, I'm Bryce Greenleaf, local real estate broker here in the greater Seattle area. If you're moving over here and you're looking to buy a home and figure out where the right place for you to live is, or you already live here and you're just looking to buy or sell real estate, feel free to reach out to me. Always happy to help. But back to the Soper Hill area of Marysville here. You can see it on the map. It's on the southeast side of Marysville and it's right next to Lake Stevens. Now, the specific reason why people choose to target this area for when they're looking for a new construction home is because it is a Marysville address, but it's still in the Lake Stevens School District. When you're on the north side of Seattle Metropolitan here, one of the most desirable districts is Lake Stevens. A lot of families move up here and specifically want to be in Lake Stevens for that school district. However, there's not as many new construction options available right now, and they want to have more variety and even maybe a lower price point of homes that they might be able to find. The great thing about the Soper Hill side of Marysville here is it is still in that Lake Stevens School District, even though it's a Marysville address. So they really focus on these few neighborhoods right here when they're looking for that new build home. All right, so looking at this area here, again, all these communities are right next to each other. So if you're coming out for a visit or you're already here and you want to check this out, check out all of the communities at the same time on the same day and figure out which one might work best for you. All right, so the first one we'll talk about here is the Diamonds at Whiskey Ridge. Now, I mentioned the builder here is Century Communities. They had 127 home sites in total. They've been selling over the last couple of years. There are only 5 home sites left at the time I'm recording this video. This is in September of 2024. So there's 5 home sites left. Let's quickly take a look at the Century Communities floor plans, the 2 specifically that they still have available. So you can see on my computer here, we've got Century Communities. We're going to go to the Diamonds at Whiskey Ridge. All right. So as we scroll down, these are the 2 floor plans that are still available. Now, like I said, there's 5 homes available left to be sold here at the Diamonds of Whiskey Ridge. There are 3 of the NOAA floor plans, which are just under 2,500 square feet and are 5-bedroom homes. This is a 2-story home. The other floor plan is the Rose floor plan. Now, this is a little bit larger. It's a 2745. It's still the 5-bedroom. You can see that the NOAA is priced at $850 with the Rose being priced at $874. Now, keep in mind with Century Communities, this is an all-in builder. This is not a builder where you're customizing and you're picking out your options and all of that. This is a you get what you get what they chose for the finishes of that house. You can see quickly here a quick walkthrough of a model home here. This is a NOAA, this model home here in the Century Communities Diamonds at Whiskey Ridge. This is just your general idea of the finishes. It's a mid-level builder, I would say. They don't go over the top with luxury finishes, so it's pretty mid-level finishes, but it's for the price. It's a decent home for people that are looking for something in this area, and most of these last 5 that are available here are getting close to quicker move-in dates, so you're not going to have to wait 9 months to get into one of these homes if you're watching this and interested when they are still available. Now, if you're coming from out of state, you're not familiar with the new construction neighborhoods around here, most of these sized new construction neighborhoods don't have like a ton of amenities. There's not clubhouses. We don't have pools around here. We don't really have any of that kind of stuff. There's usually parks in these communities, so this one does have a couple of parks. Sometimes you'll have basketball courts or pickleball courts at those parks in these communities, some other small things like that, but this one specifically does have a couple of parks with playgrounds and things for the kids to do. All right, this second community here in Soper Hill that we're talking about, this is the Bluffs at Whiskey Ridge. Now, this is also a Century Communities development, and it's just down the street, so it's going to feel like another phase of this Diamonds at Whiskey Ridge. It's not. It's technically its own neighborhood, and it's a smaller neighborhood. There's 25 home sites here at the Bluffs at Whiskey Ridge. They just released those home sites again here September 2024, so all 25 are still available, and they're slowly starting to be released. Now, here at the Bluffs, there's only 3 floor plans available because it is a smaller community, and those level of finishes are going to be relatively similar, again, to like the one I showed in the model home there. If we take a look here, you can see the floor plan starting with the Luna is the smallest one. It's just over 2,200 square feet, priced at about $800,000. That's a 3-bedroom home. These are all 2-story homes. As you get a little bit larger in size, you've got the Cayman here. It's 2337 square footage, and it's a 4-bedroom home. And then as you get to the Hadley here, which is the largest, it's 2577, and it's a 5-bedroom home priced at about $850,000. There's going to be some varying features in some of these that might have different sized backyards. Nothing is going to be huge. They're going to be tighter yards, but you'll often and usually have at least a little bit of a green yard space at these homes. And this little community itself has one park as well, so if you need a playground, a grassy open area, it is right there next to your place. All right, let's go to community number 3, just on the other side of Diamonds of Whiskey Ridge. Now, this one is called Magnolia Crest. Now, this one is KB Homes. There's actually 2 phases in this development. Phase 1 was 100 homes, and there's actually just 3 left right now. Phase 2, there's 63 homes, and there's a number of them that are still available. Of those homes, there's 11 floor plans that KB Homes offers. 3 of those are going to be Rambler style homes. So let's jump in here. Let's look at the KB Homes. So Rambler, for those of you that are not from Washington, not familiar with that term, that just means single level or ranch style home. So very few builders around here are building single level homes. So this is kind of a unique aspect of what KB is doing up here, because there's not many options for new construction single level homes. So they've got a 1,629 square foot floor plan for a Rambler, an 1857 plan, and then a 1989 Rambler floor plan. So those are the 1-story homes. Outside of that, they've got, in terms of this 2-story homes, it starts at a 1741 floor plan, and it goes up to a 2923 floor plan. Now, the prices that you see on here are starting prices. So KB Homes is one of those builders where you can upgrade, choose your options, and build out and customize your home a little bit more than any of the other builders in this area will allow you to do. So that just means that, hey, you see a price on here for the 2065, it's $750. It's probably not going to end up $750 when you add in some of your options. So you can see the 1989 right here. There is a 1989 available currently for sale that's already been built out at $810,000. So that is a final price on that one, because that one was more spec'd out. There's a 2328. This is a model home. You can see it starts at about $780,000. There is one that was spec'd out and is now available for $850,000. So they put quite a few options into that one. And then lastly, there is a 1741 that was just released again, starts at $670,000. The one they just released that was built out already is $699,000. So the amount of options you add on there is going to change per individual. It could be anywhere from like $30,000 to $80,000 is probably a realistic range, just depending on what you're looking for. But you can see they do have a number of floor plans available at this community. Here at Magnolia Crest, they have 4 4 parks between the 2 phases. So again, playgrounds, fields, basketball courts, things like that, all available here at Magnolia Crest. All right, the last community here, community number 4, is called Redstone at Whiskey Ridge. Now, Redstone is a main view product. Now, personally, I like main view quite a bit. They're one of my favorite builders in this area. They are one of those builders that's an all-in product. You're not customizing it like a KB Homes. It is just what you receive, and to be honest, their homes are pretty, I would say stale is a word you could use. It might not be the best word, but there's not a bunch of like unique, interesting stuff. It's all pretty straightforward, but pretty decent quality finishes. They seem to make a really nice product at this price point. Now, this Redstone community has just recently been released, so there's a lot of options and a lot of homes that are still going to be coming available. There are 108 lots here, and only a few of them have been sold. So they'll be starting to release them in sections through the community. So they have not all obviously been released, but there will be 108 total homes. And again, most of those, 95% of those, are still yet to be sold. Now, Mainview puts out a little bit less information from what I've found when they're early on in communities on exactly what they're doing, because as they go through, they spec build out and they can change, you know, certain floor plans that they're going to put into these communities. Now, in general, it sounds like they're going to put about 5 to 6 different floor plans in here. Let's take a look at their website. We can look at some of the available floor plans, so you can see the community map right here. They're just starting to release this northern section of the community, and then they will continue on down south here and release all of these lots. So the red ones are the ones that have sold, so they've only sold about 6 of them at this point, but they are starting to go. They just released, and so those are going to go relatively quick because Mainview is a popular builder. Now, the price point is more expensive. Again, like I said, it's a little bit higher quality finishes than some of the other builders, and they have larger floor plans as well than a lot of them. So you've got your Gardenia V2. Now, I've taken you guys through a tour of a Gardenia on another video, putting it up here. You can kind of see the finishes and the way that the home flows and the layout and everything. This one here is priced at $947 here in Redstone. You've got the Abelia here that's a little bit larger, just over 2,700 square feet. Again, it's going to be about $10,000 more. And then you've got the Iris, which is 2,800 square feet. This is $967. Talking to their sales rep, again, it's like they're gonna offer about 5 to 6 different floor plans. The largest one likely being the Birch floor plan, which is about 3,300 square feet, which will get to the million range or so. One other thing to keep in mind is in October, they're gonna start to release another aspect of this community called Essence by Mainview. Now, Essence by Mainview is targeted towards more affordable floor plans because these ones are larger square footage. They're all, you know, 900 to a million plus, and they want to make some more affordable options closer to 800. So this Essence aspect of their community, currently they have permitted for 11 lots to be these Essence homes. Now, these are going to be smaller floor plans, anywhere from 1,700 to 2,600 square feet. Details have not been released on this yet at all, but the pricing is going to be somewhere around the $800,000 range rather than $950 to a million. So they will be more affordable, just a little bit smaller homes, and we're really yet to see on if there's going to be many differences in those finishes. So I'm curious to see that as they start to build those out and build a model. But just keep that in mind. If you do really want a main view home, you don't need a large 3,000 square foot home, and you're okay with something that's around 2,000 square feet or a little bit smaller, you might be able to get a main view home for a little bit cheaper than what these other ones are going for. Now, here at Redstone, they have a park as well with like a mini soccer field. They have actually a little disc golf course, and then they'll have a playground and everything like that as well, open grassy areas. And again, this is right next to the KB home community. All right, well, that wraps it up. These are the 4 communities here in the Soper Hill area that a lot of people are starting to look in and explore because they specifically want new construction. They want to be right right around or under $1 million, and they want to be in that Lake Stevens School District. Those are really the three check boxes that the buyers up here are looking for, and the reason that they come up here. So if that sounds like you, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to help guide you through that process, get you some more information on these communities if there's one or two that interest you specifically, or you want to set up a time to go take a look and take a tour around. Would be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one.